Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? So, um, if you don't know, I'm Nicole with Nicole's Amazing Vacations, and I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm gonna try to start doing more consistent videos. But this video today is, about, the difference between cruises and all-inclusives, and why personally I choose cruising as opposed to any other vacation out there. Some differences and pros and cons of each. With cruises, your pros are that you get to see different places. You're not confined to one specific place. Another pro is that there are tons of activities to do, and great ways to meet other people because you're confined into one space. Another pro is that your kids can also have fun on their own. A con to cruising is that when you go to these different places, say you're on a 7-day cruise, you have 3 ports. You don't necessarily get a lot of time in those 3 ports. And so, yes, a lot of people can consider that a con. Another con is that there's prepaid gratuities, and a lot of people do not like those. Another con is that if you're a person that has to work while you're on vacation, cruises are not necessarily the best way to go because the internet connection sucks on most cruise lines. So, you know, my best advice is if you're going to go on a cruise, make sure it's at a time that you don't have to necessarily do any type of work. Pros to all-inclusive. Well, pros to an all-inclusive is when you pay, and another pro to cruises is payment plan. Now, with all-inclusives, a pro is that you get extensive time in one place. Another pro is that the alcohol is included as well as the food. So, you know, that's why a lot of people like to go the all-inclusive route. Another pro to all-inclusive is that it's more secluded. You're more to yourself. So you really don't have to interact with other people. Now, cons to all-inclusive is if you take there are some all-inclusives that don't allow kids. So if you're a parent that does not have the ability to leave your kids at home, most all-inclusives are not a good idea. Another con is that if you are in an all-inclusive and you take your kids are not going to be entertained. And you know, I really, as a parent, I really consider this a big, like, a deal breaker for me. And what I'm going to tell you is the reason why I choose to cruise right now, and I do some land vacations, but mainly if we're going to do a family vacation, I want to do cruises. And the biggest reason why is because of the fact that the kids get to have their freedom. They get to have fun. And I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about her going anywhere, especially, you know, at a certain age. If they're under 13, they cannot leave the kids' camp unless their parent comes to get them. So, you know, I don't have to worry about anybody snatching my child up. I don't have to worry about my child running off and getting lost. You know, and as I said, they have tons of activities for the kids. So it keeps the kids entertained while you go do your own thing, and you can enjoy yourself and have adult time. I really, really love cruises in this aspect. I also feel like, you know, you get, you know, bang for your buck, because, you know, no alcohol is not included, but it's a floating hotel. Most food is included. There's childcare available, free of charge up until 10 p.m. And it starts around 7 a.m. You can go off the ship without your kids if you choose. And so I really like those things about cruising, and that's why I choose to cruise. That's why all my videos are about cruising, is because that is, you know, I absolutely have fell in love with cruising. I am a very travel-y person, and me personally, if you're a person that doesn't want to stay put in one place for a long period of time, a cruise is great for you because you don't have to stay put in one place for a very long period of time. And you know, I like cruises because you get to see different places in a short amount of time. I mean, there's 4-day cruises, 5-day cruises that have 2 ports. There's 6 and 7-day cruises that have 3 ports. There's 8-day, 9-day, 10-day, 14-day cruises that have like 5 ports. So you're getting, you know, to see a lot. And no, you don't get to spend a lot of time in those ports, but guess what? When you're ready to go back and explore something different that you've seen, that somebody else has said, hey, you've got to go here and check this out, you can always get on an itinerary with that certain place on it and then go where the person said. Like, take for instance, we're going to Key West in 42 days. We're going to Key West and Cozumel. Now, there are some things that I would love to do in Key West, but our itinerary is not going to allow it because we're not going to be in Key West that long. And so it's one of those, okay, let's do like a basic tour, hit at least one thing that we want, and then the next cruise we book, make sure it has Key West on it, and we can go back and do that thing we wanted to do. Like, we're going to do the trolley tour that shows you main spots in Key West and things of that nature. And we're going to do our best to get to the key lime ice cream shop or whatever it is, the famous key lime place in Cozumel. But there's also a restaurant in Cozumel, in Key West, not Cozumel. There in the key lime places in Key West, sorry. But there's also a restaurant that I've always, for a very long time, wanted to check out. It's called Sloppy Joe's. There is a Sloppy Joe's in Key West. We're not going to have time to go in there and try their food. So, we have a reason to go back to Key West. And see, that's why I love cruising, because no, you don't have a lot of time in the ports, but there's things that you may want to see, and it'll give you a reason to go back. So, you know, I'm a country girl. I love country music, and Sloppy Joe's used to be in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I live in Charlotte, and so, you know, Myrtle Beach is not far. But a long time ago, they took Sloppy Joe's out from Myrtle Beach and never got the chance to try them. But Alabama, because I'm a big country music person, Alabama, which is an old country group, they're no longer doing music, they're retired, all that, but they did a song that is called Boulevard, I believe, and it talks about you know, going up and down Ocean Boulevard in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So and it mentions Sloppy Joe's, because there used to be a Sloppy Joe's there, as I said. So for a long time I've wanted to go to Sloppy Joe's, and I'm a little tiny bit upset that they've changed our itinerary up, where we have less time in Key West and more time in Cozumel. But then again, everybody has been raving to us about Cozumel. So it's going to be interesting to see Cozumel, and, you know, see what we might want to go back and do again in Cozumel, that we don't get a chance to do this time around, because we're not taking a whole lot of money for excursions this time. So it's just, it's one of those things. You know, it's upon your personality what type of vacation is for you. Personally, as I said, I really like cruising, and I feel like the pros outweigh the cons as far as cruising for me and my family. And so I'm going to be basing my channel on traveling, yes, but mainly on cruising, or on cruises, because that's what we're going to be doing the most of, is cruises. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Hope you have a great If you are watching this in June of 2019, hope you have end of June 2019. Hope you have a great 4th of July. And if you are watching this after that, and then hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week, and stay blessed and safe, and have you a amazing vacation. Until next time, bye guys.